to do the preparation, Chef Nuwan will show now. We have to actually clean the prawn first. So basically, you need to cut through. Yeah. So you can see there the dark line. So you can actually remove it. So this is actually this we have to remove it always. And so you can see on the head. So a head you need to clean it. Making prawn curries in homes, so you can actually clean it. So we have so now it's ready. So we have the prawns that we pre-clean. When you make the prawn curry, because you can either remove the head or remove the shell, but these beautiful fresh prawns, we always like to make with the shell because all the flavors inside the shell. So if you remove the shell or head, so basically you will lose some flavor. You can use any type of prawns where you can buy in the supermarkets, can be frozen without the shell, anything can be used. So here we actually gifted, we are living very next to the sea. It's about 100 meters from here, from your left side, from my left side. So we get always very fresh seafood. Right, first is we need to, this is the turmeric powder. Turmeric is very healthy spice. Sure, turmeric used as it's really good antioxidant. Very, very healthy. So turmeric powder we add. That is enough salt. Pepper, just more pepper. So now, so basically we marinate the prawn first. So you need to clean to marinate the prawn very gently until salt, pepper, turmeric coated around the prawns. Okay, right. So now we can set aside. So let me explain you all the ingredients that we use for the prawn curry. This is pandan leaf. Is this pandan leaf? Actually, pandan leaf is also very. It's really good for lowering blood pressure. It's one of the very, very healthiest spice we have in Sri Lanka. Curry leaves, pandan leaf. I'm sure sometime you can find in the supermarkets, but this is actually mostly native into Sri Lanka. You can even skip pandan leaf if you cannot find it. Curry leaves as well. These curry leaves actually we pick from our garden. So we have a huge garden around. So we have a lot of spices around, vegetables. So anytime we need, so we can go and pick our vegetables. So curry leaves, also another very healthy spice. Curry leaves is really good to lowering your blood cholesterol and blood sugar levels. If you eat a lot of curry leaves, it's really good, really healthy for you. Then we have cinnamon. I'm sure you can find from anywhere cinnamon. We have some cinnamon trees next to us. So cinnamon also is one of the powerful antioxidants, very packed with the antioxidants. It's really good. Cardamom. Cardamom also one of the very important spice that we have in Sri Lankan cuisine. Cardamom also is really good for your digestive system. And also this is really it's really good for lowering blood pressure, and a lot of health benefits are there. We've got lemongrass, a piece of lemongrass, some dry chili. If you cannot find dry chili, you can even use fresh red chili. That's optional. We got some green chilies. I'm sure you can find green chilies from anywhere. The next one is fenugreek. Fenugreek, also a very, very healthy spice in Sri Lankan cuisine. Uh, you can find from the supermarkets in like Asian supermarkets. You can always find it. This is also another. It's really good for lowering cholesterol levels, and it's really good for circulation, your own circulation, blood circulation. It's very good. Then we have Sri Lankan unroasted curry powder. So curry powder is made of like cumin, coriander. Then we have a bit of cinnamon, the fennel seed, pepper, and some other spices, and then blend it together. So this is Sri Lankan curry powder. Then we got a chili powder. Chili powder also you can find from any supermarket. Nowadays, Asian supermarkets, you can find all these things. Then we got garlic, chopped, ginger, it's very important. We've got a medium-sized onion. You can slice them. So this is how we cut for curries. You can simply slice them. We've got one medium-sized tomato. I just picked the tomato from our garden next to me. Very fresh. Then this is actually the main ingredients, actually the best ingredients. This is called moringa leaves. You can also call drumstick leaves. This also we have a tree in our garden, especially when you make prawn curries, crab curries, or calamari or squid curries. So they are considered as high in protein. Sometimes it's too heat, so adding moringa leaves that cools down. And also moringa leaves contain 7 times vitamin C than orange, and also 15 times potassium than banana. So it's a very, very healthy. So we have a handful of moringa leaves. Okay, let's start. So it's very important. The pot we use is made of clay. In Sri Lankan home cooking, we use clay pots. But you can use any kind of pan or non-stick pan or stainless steel pan. That's okay. So bring the heat. Then you need to add about 2.5 or 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. So now you can go with the ingredients. We add the first curry leaves, pandan leaves, cinnamon, you can add the cardamom, you have to be very careful with the fenugreek, because if you add too much of fenugreek, your curry can be bitter. So that has to be very careful. Okay. Let it saute for a few minutes. There are many different ways that you can use make Sri Lankan curries, Sri Lankan prawn curry, for example. So sometimes home cooks, they use all together and all cooked together. So what we like to do is to saute them first to bring out the flavor. So that's very important. Now you can feel this nice, beautiful aroma. So now, yeah. Go ahead with the dry chili. Dry chili is optional for you if you like it. Usually Sri Lankan curries are into little spicy side. You can control the chili as per your requirement. Okay, now you can see they already saute. Now you can add, go ahead with the garlic. Next, onion. Then you go with the ginger. Right. It's very important to saute them. You know, it's like now you can already feel the nice aroma with the spices and everything. So now lemongrass. You need to be careful when you add chili and when you're sauteing. Sometimes you get off. So be careful with the chili. Now it's time to add curry powder, Sri Lankan curry powder. Go. Chili powder. As I said, like chili, you can control the amount of chili because Sri Lankan curry is usually into high spice side. But okay, so now you can see you can cook another few seconds. Now this tomato. Sometimes you see tomatoes in the prawn curry recipes. Sometimes you don't see, but here we would like to add some tomatoes. Adding tomatoes like considers as a natural MSG. So tomato will actually bring all together, you know, all the spices together, and it's really nice to add tomatoes into a curry. So see now you get all the full of flavors with the spices, curry powder, chili, everything nicely sauteed, and all the flavor is now taking. I mean, everything came out. Now it's perfect time to add our prawns already marinated. Beautiful, very fresh. You can see it's beautiful. Okay. Now you can mix very gently. So you need to mix with the prawns until the prawns get coated with the spices and everything. It smells really good now. So prawn curries actually in Sri Lanka. Prawn curries we make for special occasions. Most of the time for dinners. Even there's no restriction rules like prawn curries. You can have it for your lunch, even some your breakfast. Can be with the rice, can be with the stream hoppers, can be with the bread, anything. So let it cook for a few minutes and At this point, I would like to add my green chilies. You can hear the peacocks around us. we can close it for a minute. So we are here in Anantara P7 Tangol. Actually, we are in our garden. We have this kitchen made of natural, everything natural clay, coconut leaves in the roof. So we have a garden around. We have vegetables, everything, and next to us we have the sea. So we get everything here. So especially seafood in Tangol area. This is southern part of Sri Lanka. So we are very next to the coastal and the open sea. Seafood is for everything, right? Nice. You can see the color of prawns now changing into orange. The idea is to not to overcook the prawns. At the same time, the prawn has to infuse the flavor of the spices. Now the most important ingredients, coconut milk. Coconut actually, in our all three dishes we use coconut, and here we use the coconut milk. Coconut milk we took from the fresh coconut, as you can see here. From the whole, this is a half of coconut. I know it's not everybody can find the fresh coconut. So if you cannot find the fresh coconut, there are so many different brands of coconut cream available in supermarkets. So you can even use the coconut cream. It will not make a big difference, but in our land we have around 1,000 of coconut trees. So we use the fresh one. It's perfect time to add the coconut milk. Now we have about 2 cups of coconut milk. Now you can see all the spices, and the coconut milk change the color with the spices and all. So now you get the real curry color. Now you can add a bit of salt. Earlier we had some salt with the prawn, and now you can add about 1 teaspoon of salt. A bit of pepper again. Smells good. You can add a little bit of more coconut milk just to make it a little lighter. Now you can control the heat. Let it simmer. Don't let it to boil too much. So if you have any questions, please drop a message so that we can answer, as we go.
So Chaminda, you don't remove the skin, right?
Actually, you can actually make with the skin, but removing the skin, you will actually lose the flavor actually.
Okay.
You can do a different ways. Now, if you like to do it without the skin, that because it's more convenient to eat. So therefore, you can actually remove the skin head separately, and you can make actually a stock out of it, but without
So-
throwing it, because if you
so
throw the shell
If
and
you
the
want to
head,
get the real flavor, you need to cook it with the skin. Oh, okay.
absolutely, because
All right.
if you cook without the shell, because you will not get the real more flavor. So that's why. Sometime in here also we used to do for certain occasions, but this is what we do actually, home cooking, home style. But for some occasions, it's more convenient to eat. So in that case, what we do, we remove the head, we remove the shell, and we make a separate stock, very flavorful stock, and then we make the curry gravy like this, and we add the stock before the coconut milk. So you will not lose that flavor. So you again bring back the flavor into the curry. So you can do either way. But this is actually fresh prawns that we got about 1 hour ago from the fisherman. If you throw the head and shell, I think it's, you lose the freshness. So now we can let it simmer for about 5 minutes. So we have to make sure that not to overcook the prawns. So don't let it boil too much, and then let it be simmer. So in the meantime, we can start our coconut sambal, the pol sambal. So to make the coconut sambal, these are the actually basic ingredients for coconut sambal. So we have freshly grated coconut actually, and also we have salt, ideally rock salt, dry chili. We've got small red onion. It's very important. Small red onion, 2 cloves garlic, peppercorn whole, not the crushed pepper, and a bit of green chili. Lime, if you cannot find lime, you can even use lemon, any other citrus.
Chaminda, there's a question. The spices,
Yes.
the spices must be added in sequence as shown by you, or can we just lump all together? I mean,
Yeah, you can actually, because like I said, there is no restrictions. What we do is we're using the mortar and pestle to make the pol sambal now. If you don't, I know not everybody can find this too, you can actually use a blender. What you do, except lime, you can put all together into a blender, so you can blend it and then take the whole thing out, mix it, add lime juice, there you get a coconut sambal. That's much easier, but this makes difference. But this is the traditional way of making coconut sambal. Now first thing is add the red chili in. Some rock salt. There you go. It's very important, black pepper corns. If you use the black pepper like a crushed pepper, it's different. But using a black pepper whole, that makes a big difference. So actually the technique makes the coconut sambal taste different. Okay. Now you can add the garlic, dry chili, dry fish. Actually, it's optional. If you don't want to add dry fish, you can skip it. 2 spoons. go with the red onions. There you go. Green chili. So this fresh coconut, actually, you know, in our homes, this is how we get the fresh coconut. This is called a coconut scraper. You get the whole coconut like this. So you need a bit of power to, you know, open it up with the, you know, heavy big knife. So then you open it up. Then this one you can actually sit, and you can, you know, here you can see it's like a scraper, some sharp, and you can, you know, you can scrape it gently. You know, even nowadays, even my mom use like this, and it's a good exercise also. You know, sometimes I help my mom scraping the coconut. So that's how we get this coconut. So now we are ready with the paste here. Now you can see the chili mixture. It's already nice. It's become a paste. Now you can add the coconut slowly. Yeah. You know, pressing coconut. You know, when you press the coconut, you get the coconut juice out, and then, you know, chili mixer get into the coconut. You get the real flavor with the coconut. You can see the color changing of coconut into, yeah, orange with the chili mix.
Hi, Durga.
Now you can switch off the heat. It's done. You can check the seasoning, salt. Perfect. Now is the perfect time to add the moringa leaves. After you add in the moringa leaves, you don't cook it. If you cook it, you will just lose all the important flavors, color, everything. I will just close it for a minute and then finish up with our coconut sambal. Now you can see the coconut sambal. Now is the best part, adding lime juice. If you cannot find lime, you can use lemon. So I would like to add at least 1.5 lime. So sometime you will tend to throw this, but when my mom making coconut sambal, she would like to add the skin into the sambal. So the tanginess from the skin that gets into the coconut sambal, that will become more, nice aroma and nice flavor. So you get another piece. Right. Coconut sambal also ready.
Chaminda, we can add like moldy fish also into this. You have added it already, right? And
Added what I mean was dry fish was the moldy fish.
Dry fish or Maldives, or even dried prawns, kuni. So
absolutely, yes. So
yeah.
there is, like I said, there is no restrictions. If you cannot find dry fish, you can add a little bit of dry prawns. That will actually, lift the flavor up.
Thanks, Chaminda.
So now, yes, transfer into pot. So that's the sambal. Coconut sambal also like one of the dish that you will find everywhere in Sri Lanka, and also you can find different versions of it. Yellow color, or sometimes you can even cook it with some curry leaves. That's different. You can have coconut sambal with the rice, bread, string hoppers, anything. So something that we always eat here in Sri Lanka. Let's now, the prawn curry is perfectly ready. Now you can see we didn't lose the color of the moringa leaves, which you call drumstick leaves. It's very important. Now this gravy actually has all the flavor from the prawn. Now if you remove the shell, you will get less flavor, because the shell and the head has more flavor, especially when you're using fresh prawns. Like for us, like we got just 1 hour ago. Rice you can be optional, either red rice or white rice, and we can do the plate. When you eat prawn curry and coconut sambal, so this is how we eat. We get some rice here. Get a bit of coconut sambal on the side. You don't have to eat this piece of lime. That's for only flavor. If you eat it, that will be bitter. Then you get the curry on the side. Always more gravy is good with the rice. This is called papadums. Get some papadums on the side. Papadums you can also find from the supermarket. Any supermarket you can buy. There's a different kind of papadums. We like to add a bit of chili, dried chili, fried. On the side. These are fried curry leaves and moringa leaves on the top, just for garnish. There you go. So this side, I keep this open space. When you eat, you can all mix together. Enjoy.
That looks amazing, Shaminder.
You should come and try this.
It's fantastic.
All right. So now we made. There you go. You can actually add any other curries with this. The prawn doesn't have to be just prawns and coconut sambal. You can add any other curries because in Sri Lanka we have so many varieties of curries. So now we made a coconut sambal, slightly spicy, prawn curry, slightly spicy. Now it's time to make something sweet. So we have Chef Suraj here, stand by. Now we're going to make pancake. Pancake means it's not a normal breakfast pancake, but what we're going to do is a very thin pancake. So to make the pancake, we have a all-purpose flour. And then we got a fresh coconut milk here. Then we got eggs, a bit of turmeric powder, a bit of melted butter, pinch of salt will do. So now first we need to make the batter. And add a pinch of salt. I have actually shared the recipe. You can follow the quantities as per the recipe. And then we got 2 eggs. It's very important for Sri Lankan pancake. And a pinch of turmeric. Now, if you are vegetarian or vegan, so you can skip eggs. Instead, you can add a little extra butter, melted butter, and also some baking powder. So you can actually skip the eggs. There you go. You can add with the coconut milk. I know it looks like getting lumpy, but when you mix thoroughly, and then you need to actually strain it through. If you have a strainer, so you better strain it. And also this batter, you need to keep in the chiller at least 30 minutes. because to make the pancake, you need your batter to be chill, not in the room temperature. So we actually made the batter earlier. We kept in the chiller for half an hour. So now it's actually ready to go. And you can see the consistency is something like this. It shouldn't be very thick. So when you pour on the pan, hot pan, that you can easily tilt around. You can. It's very important to use a non-stick pan. Otherwise, you will get the pancake stick on the pan. Okay. So you need the oil to be spread on the around the pan, and the pan should be hot. Okay. And also, you don't have to make the pancake too brown because we need the pancake to be soft. Actually, we have made few pancakes in advance. So basically, it has to be very thin and not hard. It should be soft so that the sweet coconut filling what we make now, so that much easier to roll it up. Now we have the pancake. Now we are going to do the sweet coconut with the jaggery syrup. So we got this is treacle, palm treacle. You can use any treacle that you can buy from the supermarket. So it doesn't have to be palm. It can be anything, coconut, or if you find you can even try with the maple syrup you find from the supermarket. It's perfectly fine. And the fresh coconut also we same like what we use. Fresh coconut, the one same as what we use for the coconut sambal. You can use, if you cannot find the fresh one, you can use the desiccated coconut instead. So this is perfectly fine. Now since we are using the fresh coconut, so and also let me go with the ingredients, and then we have a bit of clove, crush some cloves, vanilla essence, and some cardamom powder, just to give some flavor in. And also we have a cinnamon powder. Then we have jaggery. It's also palm jaggery. So in our recipe, we would like to add palm jaggery. For you, if you cannot find, you can actually skip it. There's no issue at all. It will not make difference with your flavors. Now, since we are using the fresh coconut, if you're using the fresh coconut, it's very important when you make the sweet coconut, you need to actually dry up your coconut first, because if you make, otherwise when you mix with the syrup, you will have to take too long, and the coconut will not absorb the syrup quickly. So Now to make the process faster, so we can dry up the coconut first. So in the meantime, you can get with the syrup here, heat up slowly. You can add the jaggery. Now this is a very sweet dish. You can also make with the caramel sugar, but sugar always have to be careful because too much sugar also not very healthy. But jaggery is actually or palm sugar syrup is fine. Now you can see the jaggery is melting in the syrup. Coconuts are already getting dry. Just evaporate the water. We will not lose the flavor. Now you can go ahead with the syrup here. So be careful with your heat. Now you can go ahead with the cardamom powder. Cardamom we use same with the prawns before. Some cloves. Bit of cinnamon powder. This is vanilla essence. You can cook slowly. Actually, we have already pre-made the coconut. So that's to show you the process. Now we pre-made the coconut mixture, sweet coconut mixture here, and now Suraj will show how to do the pancakes. How to roll it up. Actually, you can actually simply roll it. You don't. There are so many ways, but in Sri Lankan pancakes, you can. We usually have it both sides open. But if you want, you can close both sides. Yeah, like this. You can do even that way. So there are so many different ways that you can do the pancake. So we are serving pancakes. So you can have the pancakes just like that. Now for here, what we do, we add a bit of a, additional touch with the fresh mango, tulis, and some fresh mango and some lime. We use the lime zest. Okay. You can see, the sweet coconut inside. For a portion, actually, you can use 3 pieces or 4 pieces. This one we actually add some mango inside so that you get another additional flavor. This is actually fresh mango. After having some spicy prawn curry and coconut sambal, so this is a perfect dish that will sweeten up your palate. This can be for garnished with some strawberry, and we would like to add some lime, just to give a little bit of tanginess because this is quite sweet. You get mango and some lime zest. Too much. There you go. Oh, some edible flowers there. It's actually you can make easily. So if you have anything that you like to ask, that the ingredients that you might not be able to find, so please, I believe you enjoyed, and please anything that you would like to ask, please let us know or drop a message so we can answer.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shaminder. Actually, you have created a lovely dishes today for us. In fact, we didn't have our lunch yet, and it's really mouth-watering for me.
We have plenty of curry left here. Please come and grab something here.
I wish I can be there right now. Yeah, thanks a lot, Shaminder. Thank you so much. And I wanted to thank you, the crew, Chef Nuwan, Chef Suraj, and Bilal, for filming. And I wanted the participants, if you have any questions, you can contact us, or you can contact us on the direct email address, or you can just drop a text message and we can get back to you with all your inquiries. Thanks again, Shaminder. And Vishadin, you would like to say anything? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Durga, for letting us show you this beautiful cuisine of ours in Anantara P7. And thank you for all the participants for your time.
Thanks again, and we'll meet up on the next webinar, and we'll get back to you with the details soon. Thanks again.
Thank you.